Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you ate lots of barbecue over the weekend.
What a weekend.
I did. Yeah. Great weekend out there at Jimmy Jam at the fairgrounds. And now the next big event down there is, Florida Man Games.
Yeah, did you get the lay of the land down there? Did you feel the pulse and the vibe?
I was scouting it out.
Cool.
Yeah, found a couple cool vendors to come out there too.
Great.
Yeah. So that was
Awesome.
exciting. Got to see some of that, some of the stuff in action that's going to be out there with us. So it's
we
cool,
did
man.
Ninja Nation. We loved it.
Did
that
you?
was super cool.
Oh,
Yep. I have
nice.
footage and everything. So that was great.
Oh, cool. You got to send me the footage.
It is a really cool, thing to
and
do.
ours is
Yeah.
going to be like twice that size.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna
only
be
did the
unbelievable.
bounce house stuff. So
Yeah.
we didn't do the ninja. It was cold.
It was
It
cold.
was cold and windy, man.
The wind
It's
was
very
cutting through
windy.
you.
Yeah.
But I love how people just did not care
They didn't.
because it was Jimmy Jam. Like,
Yeah.
people showed up. It was fun.
They just pushed through.
It was great. Yeah.
And they huddled by those heaters.
yeah.
A few heaters that we had were clutch.
Well,
I was making out with a heater. Yep.
yeah.
wasn't-
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I arrived, someone told me that I broke my ankle. Young Troy.
Oh yes, young Troy
Young
broke his
Troy
ankle.
broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh.
that was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Troy broke his ankle. And
I
busted
wasn't
his
there when
ankle.
that happened, but he
Whoa.
had to go to the hospital,
They're like,
and then he came back and worked.
yeah, no, he was on the cart when I got there.
His leg was literally split down the middle,
What?
and he came back and worked.
Dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, he played it off like, oh, it's just a little fracture.
Well, I think that was probably the morphine talking.
And the adrenaline, yeah, the
You know what I
adrenaline,
mean?
yeah, hell of it.
Whoa, they're gonna put you on some stuff when you crack your leg like that, man.
No, evidently they just said, oh, Troy broke his leg, and
Everybody thought it was you.
It was me
Yeah.
because I'm the klutz. So,
Yeah.
You are?
yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm old.
You're the guy we would expect to have osteoporosis.
Right, yeah,
I'm the guy who's falling and can't get up.
Right,
You know?
yes.
Not young Troy.
Yeah.
I did see a couple people out there that I mistook for you, Troy.
Yeah.
I saw a couple people. You were out there though, right?
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
out there,
I was
yeah.
there, yeah.
Oh, I should
I
take
saw a
some
couple fake
pictures.
Troys, though.
Yeah, we could have like who
Imitation
looked
Troys.
better. Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
Who does Troy better?
right. Yeah. Did you guys know that Dolly Parton went to an actual drag show competition and they had no idea, but she lost to a drag queen?
All right, let's see. We got some stuff to talk about today. The Pier is going to be reopening. If it hasn't already, did it already?
I don't know.
Me neither. We're good at this.
It's the Pier. It's the Pier.
Airport's going to have a name change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Troy Blevins International Airport, Buster. Liking it.
Yeah, well, I guess they need a rebrand after the last couple of years.
That's okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure. We've got a marriage prank. A lot of people realize at
leads
some
to
point
divorce.
all their marriages are pranks.
Yeah.
That leads to a reality divorce.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this one's unique. This one's very unique. And then the community is supporting a teen who was involved in who was the victim of a hit and run last week. We talked to Sheriff Hardwick about this. I think they found a suspect. So there's a few updates there. And we'll get into all of it in just a few minutes. Right after I tell you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Been the best in the biz since 1949. Also big sponsors of Jimmy Jam. That's some great F-250s out there. Wow.
Those are nice.
Gosh, those were nice, man. Very nice trucks. Had a couple really nice Broncos out there. They got some great vehicles rolling out for 2025 out there at Bozard Ford Lincoln. And now's also a good time. They've usually, at the beginning of the year, car dealerships usually have a lot of inventory from 2024 that they get rid of at a great price. So I'm sure that's the case down there at Bozard Ford Lincoln.
That's awesome.
Yeah, check them out and get your hands on some 24s or 25s down there. They got a great service facility. They got an awesome quick lane, and they got Ford's Garage that you can hang out at while you're waiting for any of those. Proud recipients. There we go.
Triple Crown?
You got there eventually.
Yep. I feel like I haven't done the show in 2 weeks. Proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, the Florida Man Games. We are weeks away, about a month and a half away. I can't believe it. Holy crap. We got a lot for you to do out there as well. We've got the one and only Florida's only mechanical gator going to be out there. That's a whole lot of fun. That's an Instagrammable moment.
Yeah.
A grammable moment, as they say. I don't know if they say that. I say that.
I've never said that.
I don't think anybody's ever said that. It's a grammable moment. It's such a mix of boomer.
No, it's
and,
for the gram. I think that's
for the gram?
Yeah, let's
For the
do it for the
gram.
gram.
Do it
I've
for the
heard
gram.
that. Yeah.
Do it for the gram.
Your grandma.
We're going to have axe throwing out there. We're going to have knocker ball. We're going to have human foosball. We're going to have the Ninja Nation obstacle course. We're going to have an inflatable obstacle course, which is better for the drunk people.
Mm-hmm.
Water slides, big glove boxing, jousting, something called the bungee run. I'm not even sure what that is.
That's probably where you
I
run with the
remember when I
bungee
ordered
cord.
it looked
Well,
cool.
It kind of yanks you back. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
you're
You
trying
run
to get
and- yes.
and touch the end.
Something like
And
that.
then it yanks you back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also good for the drunk people.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there that people really like to get drunk and do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He said knockers.
There's no meth out there, Rick. Jeez. No,
That's
that
what
won't-
people like to get drunk and do.
Meth like.
Well, yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Florida.
At least I won't be bringing it. Like, we won't be supplying it.
No.
Maybe there will be some there.
Meth like.
Rick, you might need new friends.
All right. There's going to be a whole lot out there. It's the most unique event in the world. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Go to thefloridamangames.com and grab your tickets. We got a video going viral right now. Yeah. We've got one that got posted on the Florida Man Instagram page.
Oh, cool. Good.
57,000 shares.
That's awesome.
Jeez. We're close to 1 million views on that one.
Good.
It's really exciting.
I only watched it 51,000 times.
Oh, dang it. I thought that was real viral.
That's a lot of time in the
Shoot.
bathroom, Troy.
I got a house. That's my only escape.
Yeah, it's your only safe zone. Yeah. Shout out to moms that lock themselves in the bathroom for a rest stop. Yeah.
Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Sub, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy House, and I am powered by, no sticker today, the Vibe Nutrition.
Oh.
What?
They're
Must have used them all this weekend.
They must have.
Yes.
They were busy out there.
Yeah.
They were
A lot
very
of people
busy.
wanted some Vibe.
So good to see them.
This is the Southern Comfort. Very delicious.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I know, but that bringing back to the days. I heard that breath. You heard that exhale. SoCo days, baby.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
headache, Drew.
This will not give you a
This
headache.
is not the one.
This is not that one.
The natural one.
Yeah. Oh, what do you got for how you guys doing today? It's Monday. How you guys doing?
Hey, it is Monday. Happy
Yeah.
Monday.
Happy Monday. We survived.
We did.
What a weekend.
It's cold. I thought we all might end up with pneumonia.
Nah.
Tough. And we're off next Monday.
Are we?
Yeah, Martin Luther King.
Oh, yes, we are. Okay.
So got a long weekend ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
No, it's Monday. It's
Marvelous.
Yeah.
I survived it.
Yeah. What do you got for question of the day, Troy?
All right, question of the day is we all rode school buses growing up, but give me a bad school bus experience.
Oh my God.
Bad school bus experience.
Okay. Yeah. This is what I'm going to use as my bad school bus experience. Because when you're in high school, when you're a sophomore, you got friends that, they start to turn 16 and people start driving, and you have a friend that starts driving, and then you don't have to ride the bus anymore. But then sometimes you and your friends have a little falling out. You got to ride the bus again. And that is a walk of shame right there when you thought you were done with the bus forever.
Yes.
But then you have to
That's a
get
good
back
one.
on the
Yeah.
bus.
That
for
is a
some
walk of
reason.
shame.
The bus returned.
Damn.
When you thought you were done with bus life.
I'd
Have
have
we all
walked.
has everybody gone through this? Has anybody?
Yeah, and I wanted to forget
sorry,
it until
I'm
you
gonna-
just brought it back up.
I know, right? Right? That is
That
the
was a really
worst.
good one, dude.
That is the worst time getting back on the bus after you have experienced not having to take the bus. Yeah.
See, I knew to hustle. I would always keep my friends on the good side because I didn't get there.
See, well,
That's a really damn Pete. Okay. I would have walked.
Britney Spears played a lot on the bus too. Like I remember getting on the bus to Britney Spears all the time. It was always playing on that damn bus.
We didn't have radios on our buses.
I don't think we did either.
Unfortunately.
Sit down. Okay, so I grew up in Magnolia, Delaware, on farmland. Like we had like this old 200-year-old farmhouse, and there was like 85 acres of farmland. So honestly, I'm painting a picture of like there's no other houses around. So the bus comes, and my bus driver has to use the restroom.
Oh no!
So bad. She begged me if she could just go in and use the restroom. Well, I did, because I was like, what am I gonna do? Say no? And like, obviously my parents are like freaking out. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, Miss Becky had to use the bathroom really quick. Well, we get back, so I like head back over to the bus, and she shadoobied on her seat. Yeah.
Ooh.
So that was like even more of an intense moment. So yeah, poor girl who had to like go back and.
I think that's her worst bus story.
I think
It probably is.
Right.
It's bad for you, but it's
Right.
really bad for her.
Yeah, I was just like the poop helper. Yeah.
Ooh, that's rough.
I remember it to this day. Yeah.
Well, at least a bad person would have said, no, you can't use the bathroom and watch the terribleness unfold.
God, it would have been even worse.
Way worse.
Would have been bad. I'm just saying, you're not a bad person.
It would have been a Dumb and Dumber scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor girl. Poor girl.
What do you got,
All
Troy?
right, so mine's similar to yours. I mean, I only rode the bus during middle school or junior high for us. And because I walked to elementary school and my high school, I drove my car, but if I was late, I walked because it was that close.
Wait, if you were late,
If
you
I was
walked?
late, I walked because parking was impossible.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and so I just walked if I was late.
How many people rode lawnmowers to school in D-Land?
Not that many because there's no way to lock them down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can hotwire a lawnmower pretty easy. It's not the safest mode of transportation.
That maybe should be a Florida Man game now that I'm thinking about it. Hot wired a lawnmower.
Yeah, it's really not that hard. So I seventh, eighth, and ninth grade is when I rode the bus, and I got kicked off the bus because I was who I was. Someone dared me, like they said, "You won't throw my shoes." I took the shoes off a guy because he was being a jerk.
Okay.
He said, "You won't throw them out," and I threw them out. So I got kicked off the bus for like a week.
Uh-huh.
All right, but I didn't want to tell my mom.
That's
I got
malicious
kicked off the
prosecution.
bus. So I would act like
set up.
I would act like I was going to the bus stop, and then I'd have my buddy pick me up on his bicycle, and I had to ride on the handlebars of his bike going to junior high.
Wow.
And so I did
Hands
have
on
to
the
do that.
waist or hands on the shoulder,
when
big boy?
Yeah. You don't want to know where those handlebars were. But like when I got back on the bus, I was never allowed to sit any place but directly behind the driver
Oh,
for 2 years.
wow.
So for 2 years, I had to sit in that exact same spot. So
Yeah, that sucks. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Mrs. Saxon.
Yeah.
We became friends. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
because I'm right there every single day for 2 years.
Yeah,
So-
so you chattermouth, you were
Yeah.
chatting her up. You
Oh,
guys were.
God, you hooked up with Mrs. Saxon?
Mrs. Saxon.
Jesus Christ, Troy.
Yeah.
Sexing with Saxon.
Yeah, right? Saxon!
And that's when Troy decided to go for younger women.
That's when they named the saxophone.
She was an elderly black lady, and she would bring me cookies. So me and
that's nice.
Mrs. Saxon
All
became
right, Mrs.
friends.
Saxton.
Yeah.
Just going to leave it there.
100H was my bus for 3 years.
You remember the bus number?
Yeah, it was the same one for 3 years.
Wow.
100H.
I feel like I always had different bus drivers every year. Rick, you got a bus story?
I'm glad you asked me, man. Me and Travis were on the YMCA bus at RB Hunt in the front of the bus loop, and this dude Ryan stabbed this kid VJ in the forehead with a pencil.
Oh, wow.
You could see the pencil in his forehead and the lead coming out the corner of his eye.
Oh!
Yes, dude. Me and Trav just talked about it the other day too. I was hoping you asked me. I will never forget that.
Okay,
You
you
could have
won.
told a tamer story?
I got a
Wow.
story for you on school buses.
Ricky I can see Ricky sitting back there. Oh, please ask me.
I wasn't gonna butt in, but I'm like, oh, come to me. Ask me.
You put this thought into Troy's head to do the bus stories?
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
But every last day we'd open the back door and jump out. I had to sit behind my bus driver for years like Troy. Like I think me and Troy would have definitely gotten into some action on the bus.
Oh, we got in trouble.
Yes. And we'd go under the seat, climb back another seat, go
Oh, yeah.
across,
Oh,
and
yeah.
hop up on another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did the
Classic.
whole military crawl under the seats.
Yes, sir.
You know, before I got.
Yep. And you pop up in another seat.
Yeah.
She's looking up in the mirror, pointing at you. Sit down. Stop carrying on back there.
I should have done that on my grad night bus. I should have hid under a seat so they didn't pull me off and take me out of school. All right. Well, those were all good answers
Forever.
except for Rick's.
Yeah,
That
we're
was
not eating breakfast.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
That was terrifying.
Pencil
Yes,
to the
dude.
forehead.
Could've got
knuckle.
lead
It
poisoning
was
too.
Red coming
the
out of
whole
his
bus
eye?
saw it. Yes. Oh.
Hope that guy's okay now.
Yeah.
He's not. He's dead.
VJ, I don't know. where he's
Scarface.
at.
You literally.
Poor guy. Damn.
Well, maybe he deserved it.
Yeah.
Well,
No, nobody really deserves it.
Not on that.
Well, some
Mm.
it depends.
I think he kicked him. I think they were like busting back at each other in the seats,
Okay.
and Buddy just pulled a pencil out and said, "Not anymore." Boop.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Probably saw that on
He's
the cartoon.
probably in prison somewhere.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
probably,
you're right.
yeah.
Probably in
Yeah.
prison somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that was
Yeah.
his go-to move, then he's in prison.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
His instincts are pretty
He
good.
Yeah.
definitely probably graduated to a knife somewhere along the line. And yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, now that took a dark turn, it's time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
Moist.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us.
Go ahead, Davey. Make the sound. Go ahead. You want
I'm trying to grow up this year.
You can do it.
Traffic report.
We have a nice, smooth day. No school buses full of drama.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, not on this
Not
view
on this-
anyway.
No. But yeah, it's good. Moving good. No reported accidents. Nice and
All
good
right.
flow this morning for a Monday. You guys drive
Now,
safe.
do you actually check for reported accidents, or do you just say that?
I look at the St. Johns County cameras as I scroll through them and don't see any. And
Okay,
no
all
one
right.
reports them to me, and I am the traffic guy.
I
So
feel you on that. I
by
feel you on that.
technicality,
Nobody knows how to report
Yeah.
them to you, but
Don't
still,
call me,
nobody
don't
reports
text
them to
me.
you. Yeah.
yeah, there's no way to get to me. Thanks for not reporting again.
Turn my phone off.
Yeah.
You have a traffic phone.
I have no social media.
Well, he's not lying. Nobody has reported an accident
Yeah,
to him.
come on.
So
Very
there you
nice.
go. There you go. Good stuff. All right. Thank you very much, Rick.
I'm trying hard back here.
It
Man.
was awesome.
You're doing great.
Thanks, Troy.
Good leg, Troy.
How did other Troy hurt his leg so bad?
I don't really know all the details.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I really don't know all the
Some kid kicked him on a bus.
Yeah, it was-
details. Some kid stabbed him with a pencil.
Right.
Went through his bone. All right. Oof.
Messy.
we have good Troy. We have young Troy, and
Broken Troy.
Broken
old.
Troy.
young Troy is broken Troy right now.
I know, seriously. And that's a shame because he was one of our best
Oh,
workers at Florida Man games, dude. He crushed it at Florida Man games.
Plenty of time for
said
rehab.
he said he'd be back out there.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're gonna be there?" He's like, "Yeah, you can't keep me away."
Get him on a hover
Dude,
round. We'll be all
He said,
right.
"I'll have a boot on by then."
Yeah.
If there's one Troy we need at the Florida Man games.
It's that one. It's that one.
Get one of those motorized wheelchairs with the mud tires. Perfect. Go right around there.
Yeah. I need more supervision than he does. That's for sure.
Yeah, listening to your bus stories.
Well, you won't have to help me fill up the pool this year.
Yeah. we outdid
I'm never going to ever use a pool that big like that again.
that New Yorker.
Gosh, that New Yorker.
What a
That dang
jerk.
New Yorker. All right. Here we go. St. Johns County Ocean and Fishing Pier reopens for fishing with extended passes and after partial closure for maintenance. St. Johns County has announced that the Ocean and Fishing Pier has reopened Sunday, January 12th, yesterday. That's good. This reopening marks the return of fishing activities that were previously halted due to various maintenance and environmental concerns. The county has also reinstated charges for fishing and sightseeing on the pier. which had been suspended during the closure. Of course, it's closed. How you going to charge people to? Never mind.
Well, yeah, I know.
As a gesture of goodwill, I can't wait to hear what this is. As a gesture of goodwill, all annual fishing and sightseeing passes purchased before the pier's closure will be extended by 7 months.
That's actually decent.
Yeah. Beyond their original expiration dates. I'm not mad at that. While the pier's reopening, the last 100 feet will remain closed until further notice. This section is undergoing maintenance reviews by staff members to ensure safety and structural integrity. The closure of this portion of the pier was initially implemented in August after potential decay was discovered on the support pillars closest to the ocean. The county is taking these precautions to ensure the safety of visitors and the longevity of the pier. I think I've only been on that pier twice in my life.
0 for me.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Any pier you got to pay to get on.
Well,
I
I've
don't
been under the pier, but not on top of the pier.
I've never paid to be on the pier.
I think I've paid once out of the 2 times I've been on the pier. Usually you can just crawl under that one board and you're fine.
Yeah. Well,
I can't. I'm too large.
Yeah. It was under Parks and Rec at the time, so I.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I've been on
you
the
had
pier
the
several
limo
times.
driver pass.
I've been on the
Nice.
pier several times, and we have a really cool thing because the nails start to drift up because it's nailed together, not screwed down, so, because it's supposed to come apart when the waves hit it, so
okay,
it
yeah.
doesn't pull the whole pier down.
Oh.
But we have like a PVC pipe with a hard like a piece of iron inside of it. You put it over top of the nail and you push, and it's really cool. So I always like to do that, like take it out for nail inspection. Just get it all my anger.
Oh.
Okay. Just get the anger out.
Yeah, that's one way
It's
to
a
do
good
it.
one, yeah.
Take it out on the nails on the pier.
Yeah.
That's how power spraying is for me, too, so I feel you.
Really? That gets your anger out?
Oh,
Power
it's
washing?
so good. It's just like, and it gets the dirt away, and you can get heavier with the water pressure or lighter. Yeah.
Well, and there's an instant result with that too.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
You see,
Yeah.
you're like, and you look back,
It is
you're like,
so
oh.
fun.
I did work today.
Yeah.
I
I
love
pressure
it.
washed my entire driveway a couple months ago. Yeah, that was satisfying.
Feel good? Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel good about
totally.
it. Pressure washing
Yeah.
makes you feel good.
Yeah. So, okay, back to the pier. So none of us
Yeah,
have really
pier.
experienced anything significant on the pier.
Used to go fishing with my dad on the pier sometimes.
Oh, what was that like?
Sometimes.
Was it
Never
peaceful?
caught any fish.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's
Ricky, do you have any stabbing stories at the pier?
Well, let me tell you.
there was a person who got stabbed at the pier.
Yeah, I
one
actually
time.
did some stabbings there, so I don't want to go into detail.
Okay.
Allegedly.
No, I did.
No,
It
sir.
was 10 years ago. No one can stop me.
A fisherman stabbed a surfer who came up there to attack him, and he's like, "Back away!" And he
Ooh.
Oh.
Fishermen have
Oh.
knives. Fishermen have
Yeah,
knives,
it's
folks.
Dirty,
surfers-
sharp ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Surfer didn't do well.
I have jumped off the pier. A couple hurricanes, we would jump off the pier and go surfing.
Oh, okay.
Didn't pay. Weren't open.
Yeah. Well, all you had to do was run and jump off anyway if somebody came after you. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
very easy.
Crazy.
Okay. Well, there you go. It's back open now, so you can go hang out at the pier and fish or do whatever you do on piers.
Please don't stab.
Is it super expensive? Is it expensive?
It's
It's
like a
only-
few bucks,
I think
right?
it's only like $1.
Oh, is it
I
really?
think it's super cheap.
Okay.
I still ain't paying to get on no pier.
That's called the county pier. And there are people still out there that have lifetime passes. When they redid the pier in like 83, 84,
Right.
if you owned a house, you got a lifetime pass because it was part of your taxes and stuff.
Oh.
So, but you had to own a house in that year, and you have to still present the card. And there's still a couple people out there that presented the card. present the
Wow.
card.
Does that carry on through kin?
No, it's not. It's not transferable.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Stay
Okay.
alive, Papa.
I got to see some of those. Somebody got to get me one of those. I'm going to run it in a copy machine. All right, let's see.
They'll have a hologram on it.
I think I can make one. St. Augustine Airport seeking a name change to reconnect with its historic identity,
This is
aka
exciting.
to not be Googled for all of their past mistakes. I mean, if you Google the changed name, you're not going to see any of those horror stories.
Right. I mean, honestly, a rebranding, it probably needs to happen.
Probably. The Northeast Florida Regional Airport in St. Augustine considering reverting to its former name,
What is it?
the St. Augustine Airport.
I like that better.
That's what we all call it anyway.
I didn't
it
understand
is
the
what it
North
is.
Florida part. I'm like,
It is what it is.
Right, yeah. Nobody else in Florida uses this airport.
I think they changed it when we got like People's Airline or something.
Right, Frontier.
Oh,
Right, yeah, the Northeast
say it
Florida
again.
Regional. Sounded more attractive to airlines. That was
Right.
probably it. Honestly, that was probably it.
We didn't even get Spirit. We got like Spit.
Spear.
Yeah. Had some horrible experiences on planes that flew out of there. We always get the cheap airplanes out of there.
You were on Frontier quite a bit going to DC,
Yeah,
weren't you?
yeah. When they had the DC flights, man, I was there once a week at least. Yeah, flying out there for like Illuminati stuff.
It was super cheap though. It was like $49 one way.
Yeah, it was super cheap. But boy, if they had an airplane problem, like if it was whatever problem they have at most airports, they can just find another plane, pull another plane up, and get you out of there. Frontier was like, nope, sorry, buddy, you're out of luck. You got to wait till
That
next
sucks.
week, or you got to wait till Thursday to fly.
That's
yeah.
right.
The part will be in Thursday.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
not like they had extra parts floating around.
Right, and no extra planes. It was one plane, and it was like 2 flights a day, one plane.
Yeah, I always looked at that like the pterodactyl and the Flintstones when they fly. I was
Right.
like, ooh, that's just one step above the Flintstones right there.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Frontier. You got to pay $70 for M&Ms once you get on the plane.
Yeah, everything's a la carte, right?
Yeah, man.
Super cheap ticket, but
Super cheap ticket, but they make up for it.
Oh, you're wearing shoes. That's $8.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think I started wearing slides?
Yeah. I need to use the bathroom. $5 for every minute.
You got to swipe your card before that door will open. on the
Forever, you got to
restroom,
buy
man.
minutes for the toilet. Yeah.
Davey's having school bus flashbacks.
Oh my God, PTSD with the captain of the plane. Wonder if he gets a pass.
They say the name change to Northeast Florida Regional Airport was initially approved by the Florida legislature to emphasize the airport's connection to a broader region.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, potentially enhancing its appeal for commercial services. That was exactly right.
People's Airlines.
Let's see. However, the current name has led to confusion among travelers.
Really?
With some mistakenly believing they've landed in Jacksonville. Oh, okay.
I mean, what?
Trust me, you're better off landing here. You should be happy you landed here and not in Jacksonville, to be honest with you. Interim Executive Director Courtney Pittman has requested assistance from the St. Johns County Legislative Delegation to facilitate the name change through the state legislature. Apparently, you can't just change the name. You got to go through some hoops. During a priority-setting meeting with local lawmakers, Pittman emphasized the strategic importance of aligning the airport's identity with the culturally rich city of St. Augustine.
Rich.
Yeah.
I don't know about rich, but yeah.
He argued. Apparently, Courtney's a man. Okay, man, Courtney.
Could go either way.
I swam with one of those. Very tough guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Macho.
Okay.
That's
He
something you
argued.
hear every day. Macho.
I'm sure they have to
Macho
push against the
swimmer.
curve, right?
Yeah. Man, Courtney argued that the name change is more than mere rebranding. It's a step towards associating the airport with one of the nation's most iconic and historic cities. Simpler name is also expected to provide the airport with greater flexibility to adapt to the evolving aviation landscape. A name? Really? Especially as the airport authority aims to attract commercial airlines in the future. It's worked out so well for them in the past.
Let's just keep trying it.
Yeah, I mean, let's find some other way to make money out there, guys, because bringing in commercial flights, they always suck and they never last because they always suck. I mean, how many runs have we had with this? With the
4.
Frontiers and we've had about 4. It has been about 4. Yeah.
And like 6 that said they were coming and never actually made it.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember the campaign? And then they were like,
yeah.
we're going to go to Orlando at the end.
No, I
Okay.
went to an opening out there and it was like, oh, this is going to be nice. It was going to like Richmond or something.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I went to that opening too.
Yeah,
Wilmington, Delaware was one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, oh, this is gonna be nice. It's a good bounce off. No, it never happened.
Yeah.
Mm.
Property appraiser Eddie Creamer highlighted the financial strain on seniors due to rising housing and property insurance costs, advocating for measures like lower taxes. Is this the same thing? Is this the same story?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, you always talk about some kind of tax thing, right?
Well, they got to be off the tax rolls. I mean, they've been off the tax rolls for quite a while. So,
Right.
You
want
know, there
that.
is a line on your trim statement, and it says Airport Authority, but there's no charge right now. When I was first here, probably we're going back 15, 20 years. You used to be charged a fee for the Airport Authority, and they got us off the. So they did a good job of getting us off the tax rolls.
Oh, God, that better not be reinforced.
Did we get a blended story over there?
Yeah, we did. This last paragraph has nothing to do with the rest of the story.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love the
All right.
interns.
So there you go.
Hopefully that stall was long enough for you to.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah. Long enough for me to read the rest of the paragraph and realize it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. So have fun today, Eddie, with whatever you're doing. All right, it's Gas Money Gas Report time. Let us know in the comments where you are seeing the best prices for gas. We would appreciate it. It's a little bit up from our best day last week. We got the Sunoco at $21.99 North Ponce, reporting at $2.89 19 hours ago. Same with the Shell at $23.50 North Ponce, $2.94. Mobile and Circle K, 800 South Ponce, $2.98. All these reported a day ago, so they may be different now. Mobile and Circle K, 800 South Ponce, $2.98. The Owens at $2.98 as well. Sunoco, $4.50 South Ponce, $2.98. Same with the Shell at $2.16 Ponce de Leon Boulevard. And then the Circle K on 207 jumps it up to $3.09. Same with A1A Discount Beverage. The gate on Mizell Road is at $3.16, and that's 3 hours ago, so that's the price. And the gate at 4075 US 1 North. Wow, $3.19 this morning. Gas Money Gas Report comes to you from Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. If you end up in jail, Chris will get you out ASAP. Period. He is the number one name in the bail game. Your go-to, available 24/7, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
You looked at me like I was going to do the Fidus. I felt that energy.
I did.
Because his inflection was exactly like the Fidus on that one. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost fell for it. You know I did, too. I thought it was like,
I saw you
There's
so
your
locked in. I thought I
papers.
Yeah, I was
thought I
like-
had you.
I like have to get like my,
I thought I had you.
Chris
yeah.
Lucero does not do pavers. It's too busy to do your pavers.
Yeah, he'll pick your face off the favors.
He will pick your face off the pavers. That's right.
But Davey had this serious look on his face, and I knew he really wasn't locked in totally with you.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he can fall for it.
Yeah, I almost did. Almost did.
We also got some live music happening today and tonight. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Brett Blackshear, Ben 39 at 4. Josh Tennessee Worthy at the Milltop at 4:30. Bob Patterson at OC White's at 5:30. Mike, it says Michael, but I believe it's Micah Gilliam.
Micah.
Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Jamology. Casa de Vino 57 at 7. Jamology just sounds like a band you would hear about on Reading Rainbow, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like... And this one brought to us by Jamology. Listen to some Jamology while we read this book. I, of course, do not do a good LeVar Burton impression. That was awful. Jamology.
Yeah.
Casa de Vino 57 at 7. Smokin' Joe Shower. Ann O'Malley's, 7 o'clock. And David Wilcox at Cafe 11 at 8 o'clock. So he must be middle of the road.
Right. Something good there on the Wilcox.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes to us from Actual Fidus Roofing. They've been your local go-to for over 15 years, close to 20 years, probably 20 years now. And guess what? All their people live right here in St. Johns County. They are master elite contractors for the hood. That's still left over from the Chat GPT rewrite.
Is that really for the Millennial Mondays that we used to do?
Millennial Mondays, yeah. Which means they can offer warranties that nobody else can touch. They heart our community and they heart you. So you know you're in good hands. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
And gutters. Yeah.
All right, we got a Marriage Monday here today. An Australian judge annuls a marriage after the bride claims she thought it was a social media prank. It's a good way to get out of a marriage scot-free.
I was joking.
I thought it was a joke. An Australian judge has annulled the marriage of a Melbourne couple. Melbourne is how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah.
Melbourne couple. After the bride claimed... No, I'm not going to do it all in Australia. I want to, but I'm not going to.
I think you should.
After the bride claimed she believed the wedding was a social media prank.
Oh.
According to documents from the Federal Circuit, Family Court of Australia. I've got a great Australian accent, by the way.
You're doing
It's
that.
actually
Absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal. Like, award-winning.
I was about to say crikey.
The woman in her 20s met a man in his 30s, and they met on a dating platform in September of 2023. They began dating shortly after meeting in person. Due to the privacy laws in Australia, the identities of those involved in... I can't do it. It just doesn't...
it's hurting.
It's hard to follow.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, though. Yeah. Refreshing.
It was good.
Just know that
Very
I can
believable.
do
No,
a very passable...
you prove your point.
All right, good. Due to privacy laws in Australia, it's hard to read and do an accent at the same time. It really is.
Can you do an Australian accent with Trump's voice?
God sake.
My brain just almost exploded.
Yeah. I think everybody's
Build a
just...
wall. No, I can't even do it.
That
We are going to build a wall.
Oh!
Stop.
That was
Stop.
it.
That's all you gotta do.
That was good. Clip that, Ricky.
Hold it. All right.
Keep them short.
Due to privacy laws in Australia, the identities of those involved in family law proceedings are protected, so the couple cannot be named. That's a shame. The woman testified that they planned a trip to Sydney in October, as the man expressed a desire to take her there. He proposed, I could take you. No.
I really want to take you to Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay.
A girl I know named Sydney.
Yeah.
This is going to get weird quickly.
Or is it a guy?
There could be a guy. There's Guy
just
Sydney's.
learned.
Yeah.
See, it's one of those
Courtney.
where Sydney's dating Courtney, and you're like, I don't know.
I don't know which one's which. He proposed to her in late December, and she accepted. 2 days later, they participated in a ceremony in Sydney, which the woman believed was merely an act. Why did she?
That's hurtful.
Why did she go on the trip?
Yeah, he's fully. He's like all in, and like you know. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, I thought it was
She
a
is
joke.
toying him along.
I think, she's either messing with him or she was drunk when all this happened.
Like for what, weeks?
Or both.
Yeah.
Or both.
At least at the time of the proposal.
This is ridiculous.
She stated that the groom had instructed her to wear a white dress for what he described as a white party. Those are not good these days.
No, I wouldn't really want to associate.
No. They say that's a type of event they had previously attended in Queensland. Well, hopefully it wasn't in New York or Miami.
Baby oil.
Jeez. Leading her to suspect nothing unusual. Upon arriving at the venue, the woman noticed no other guests were dressed in white. When she questioned the man, he allegedly revealed that the event was a staged wedding for his social media content, specifically Instagram, to boost his following and monetize his page.
She's not bright here.
Neither one of them
She didn't
are.
want to catch on this
Neither one of them are. The groom, who denied being a social media influencer because he's not, if you have to do a wedding on social media to get monetized, you're not a social media influencer, admitted to having over 17,000 Instagram followers. That's not terrible, but it's really not.
It's not that great.
It's not
yeah.
influencer status.
Trying to build it. Trying
It
to
is
build it.
not influencer status at all.
Well, this just helped.
Yeah, well, maybe it didn't. The woman, under the impression that marriages were only legal if conducted in court. What?
That's an Australian thing, maybe.
Maybe. Consulted a friend who reassured her that a legal marriage required a notice of intention to marry, which she believed had not been filed. The woman was shocked to discover in February of 2024 that the marriage was actually legitimate. Allegedly orchestrated by the man to aid his asylum application. Oh, so he claimed to be an influencer.
What a hustler.
He was really...
So he bought those 17,000 followers.
Well, maybe he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he did. He was trying to get some asylum.
What a hustler.
Wow. She had planned to apply for permanent residency as a health professional and was surprised when the man asked to be listed as a dependent, which she thought was impossible due to her belief that they were not married.
Right.
The man contested the claim that the marriage was not genuine, asserting that they had lived together before their engagement. However, the judge, Justice Joshua Wilson, well, that's hard for me to take a judge named Josh seriously.
Joshua Wilson.
Our Josh is great,
Yeah.
but you got to go, hello, Judge Josh.
Wilson.
Just doesn't sound like a judge name.
No. Joshua?
Joshua, I mean, that gives it a little more judge credence.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be like Judge Kyle. You know?
Yeah. Tyler.
All rise, Judge Kyle. It doesn't even sound right.
What's up, bro?
Comes in with a backwards hat.
Judge Chad.
All right.
Judge Chad.
Maybe-
Please pop your collar.
So what would you have to use your middle name too? Like Kyle Marshall or something? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's what you do, like Judge K.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
K.L.
Okay.
Marshall, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
do
they
abbreviations. That's probably
Interesting.
why they do abbreviations, because their name doesn't sound like they belong.
That's
in that.
interesting.
Yeah. Found the woman's account credible, noting the impulsibility of the timeline and the prearranged wedding plans. He ruled that the marriage was not legally valid, as the woman participated under the belief that it was a social media stunt. And nothing else.
Do they have coitus? I mean, like that. She could be
Well,
pregnant.
they were dating, so I mean,
Yeah.
Just saying.
Australian people are pretty much hoochies.
They
so
had
I'm
if they
assuming
had
so.
the sex after the marriage. That
Hoochies.
means that's a.
Hoochie mama.
Bloody hoochies.
Oh.
Whoa. Now you made it weird. Now you made it weird.
Hey.
Oh.
Some people are into that.
A little bit of it, yeah.
Some people are into that.
Especially out there.
Yeah,
you never know.
sure.
Down under.
Hey. Okay.
We got to move on.
We do quickly, because all of our gears are turning right now, and none of them are thinking good things.
All of us could get in trouble very quickly.
Oh boy! So yeah, there you go. That's. I think you're right, Davey. That was a hell of a hustle, though. That was a
Yeah.
heck of a try, man.
God sakes, what a stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. That didn't really, but kind of.
Yeah, it
kind
was.
of.
She did say
Kind
it.
of.
After the fact, maybe.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. We're doing great here.
And more news.
Award winning.
All right. Hastings and Flagler Estates uniting to support a teen who was critically injured in a hit and run. The communities of Hastings and Flagler Estates are rallying together to support the family of a 14-year-old who was critically injured in a hit and run accident on Sunday morning. Members of the First Baptist Church of Hastings gathered to pray for the young man, who was airlifted to the hospital after being struck by a vehicle while walking to his bus stop. The incident occurred around 6 a.m., and the young man was left unconscious on the roadside. Wow, I didn't realize this, for about 45 minutes
Horrible.
before being discovered and receiving medical attention. God, man.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. That is a long time. That is a very long time when
Yes,
you're in
sir.
critical condition. The young man sustained severe injuries, including brain bleeding and multiple broken bones. Is expected to remain in the hospital for several weeks with a longer recovery period than first anticipated. Ross Worrell is the youth director at First Baptist Church of Hastings. Described the young man as a funny individual whose faith is growing stronger. Worrell expressed the community's heartbreak and trauma upon learning of the teenager's condition. Despite the tragic circumstances, the church received 2 pieces of encouraging news on Sunday. St. Johns County deputies have interviewed a suspect in connection with the hit and run. I know when we talked to Sheriff Hardwick, he said there was some video and they were working on collecting more video. So they had an idea of who this person was. And the young man's parents were able to communicate with their son, who has been intubated and sedated due to his injuries. This development was seen as a positive sign of his coherence and potential recovery. To assist the family with medical expenses, the church is actively raising funds. The youth director emphasized the community's outpouring of love and support, highlighting the impact of a close-knit rural community in times of crisis. The church has cautioned donors to be wary of unauthorized fundraisers, stating that they are the only entity with the family's permission to collect donations. So if you want to donate to this young man's medical bills, you definitely want to get hooked up with the First Baptist Church of Hastings. That's the way you
don't
can
fall
do
for
it.
any of the other scams.
Nope.
I put them in comments for everybody. So there.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Speaking of comments, Troy, how do you want to go through those?
On this moist Monday, I will masterfully make my way through the meaningful comments.
Okay. As you do that, I will tell everybody that Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd was out at the Jimmy Jam.
Yeah.
And they are not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent. She offers complimentary policy reviews and has a deep understanding of insurance and what is needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. Attention to detail and organizational skills set her apart from all the rest, and she finds policy errors and cost savings where others cannot. Give them a call at Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd, 904-794-5455, and schedule your appointment today. Also, our friends at St. Augustine Handy House. If you are looking for the perfect customer prefab portable building, look no further than St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises. They are conveniently located in St. Augustine on State Road 16. It's a family-owned business, been serving the community since 1988. So whether you're looking for a shed, barn, office space, carport, I'm thinking I might buy a shed from Troy because I am tired of paying for a storage unit.
I saw my first St. Augustine Handy House in the wild, and they can match it to the color of your house. I thought that was so cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you can really customize that. That was cool.
They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 1. St. Augustine Handy House makes it easy to find exactly what you need. 904-823-9092. They'll take care of everything. You pick out the one you want, they'll take care of the rest.
The good Troy.
The good Troy. What you got? Other Troy?
All right. So the young Troy, the story that Justin helped us craft.
Okay.
He fell off a trailer, by the way. But
Yeah.
Justin says he was trying out for Florida Man Games team, and he attacked Justin. And Justin had to hit him with the chicken leg from Publix.
Oh my
And
gosh.
this is,
Yeah.
so that's how young Troy broke his
That's
leg.
Wow.
crazy.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Rick obviously won on the a bus story. People didn't even want to compete with that comment. So there were some, but it was like, oh no, we're not even going there. And then they got off on a tangent because Courtney's a name that could be a male and female, and
That was
yeah,
big,
it's
yeah.
mostly a female name.
yeah, and then everyone started going into people they knew, like I know a Kelly and a Jamie that are married, and it's the other way around than what you think. Jamie's the girl, and
really?
Kelly's the man.
Yeah.
So, so there's Kelly and Kelly's, and, so there was a whole tangent in comments about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, good for you guys. Billy is another one. I met my first woman, Billy, when I was younger.
Oh,
That
Billie
was-
Eilish.
Oh, yeah, and then there's Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, stop. Careful, Boomer. Just walk away from that fire right now. Move on to the stoidum stats. Thank you.
Can't be as bad as the Beehive and Taylor Swift, who can't even
but
sway an
these
election.
are more interesting kinds of fans. So just say, okay.
Okay, because I am a Gen Xer. Ain't scared.
I know. Oh, here we go, turkey.
All right.
There you go.
All right, so Stardom stat. You
Yeah,
ready?
man.
All right, so on this day in 1999, Michael Jordan retires for the second time.
Wow.
Okay.
But not the last time. He came back and played for the Wizards a couple years later, and then he retired for the third time in the final.
Right.
So this was the second time he retired from the Bulls, and he never went back to the Bulls. And then a couple of years, I think it was in 2001, like 2.5 years later, he came back and played with the Wizards.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
But Michael Jordan, probably one of the most iconic sports figures
Ever. Yeah.
And this was his second retirement. His first retirement was really big. Second retirement was like, oh no. And then the third retirement is like, do you really mean it?
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Right.
Yeah, he was playing for the Wizards as a fairly old man.
Yeah, he was still averaging 22 points a game.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's
it's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last season, I think he played all 82 games, and he averaged over 20 points a game.
Well, he was the only one shooting. He was the only one worth a
Yeah,
damn.
the
on that
Wizards
team.
were awful.
Yeah, they were terrible.
So and then he
But he
has
just wanted to play, man.
well, and he bought the Charlotte team and made himself a billionaire, and he sold off most of his portion of that. So
Okay.
and he does okay with the shoe deal.
I think so. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be all right.
He's not even an athlete anymore, and
In
he's
prisons.
still charging
He owns a lot
$200
of
for his
prisons.
shoes. What's that?
He owns a lot of prisons.
Yeah,
Does he really?
Private,
Yes, sir.
He owns private prisons.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shares in private prisons.
Ooh,
For sure.
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of a scumbag thing, but I bet worth a lot of money.
Oh, maybe he's cleaning up
Maybe
the game.
his are the good ones.
There's no good ones.
Okay,
All right.
I tried, Mike.
That's sort of say, yeah, Michael Jordan. He's watching the show.
Well, lost the sponsorship. Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Brand was that close. That close. Stordom stat comes to us from St. Augie's Pizza. Go down there and get yourself a few slices tomorrow. Plugs, guys. What do you got?
All right, just be careful out there. Roads are going to be slippery.
Mm-hmm. Davey?
All right, we got St. Johns County Fight Night coming up at 3:00. We're gonna get an in-depth look at what's ahead for this great event.
Great. And I'll tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com. Get your tickets. See you later.
Bye bye.